Hi, my name is Tashani Madhyalagan. My metric number is 4242000631D and she is Yoga Varshini Madhavan. Her metric number is 4242000661D. Today we're going to explain about the role of Chinese education in Malaya and its contribute to the social change.
Let's begin with a brief introduction to our topic, which is the role of Chinese education in Malaya and its contribution to social change. Chinese education in Malaya traces back to the 19th century. It was initiated by the Chinese immigrant community primarily to preserve their language traditions and culture in a foreign land. These schools weren't just about academics, they become centers for the community leadership and social growth, helping to shape values, identity, and unity within the Chinese population. Despite the passage of time, the influence of this institution is still strongly felt today. They continue to enrich Malaysia's multicultural education system, contributing to this diversity and mutual respect among communities. Now I will be presenting the second slide, which is problem statement. Okay. Although Chinese education has a long-standing history in Malaya, its significance is often overlooked or underestimated. Many people are not fully aware of how these schools contributed not just to education but also to preserving cultural identity and promoting leadership and social unity within the Chinese community. This lack of awareness highlights a need to explore and understand the true impact of Chinese education, especially in the broader context of Malaysia's social and national development. And the third slide is research objectives. So, our research is guided by four main objectives. First, we aim to explore the historical development of Chinese education in Malaya, looking at how and why it started and how it evolved over time. The second one, we want to identify the cultural, social, and educational values that were preserved and promoted through these schools. Next, we aim to examine the contributions of Chinese education to social change, particularly in terms of leadership, identity, and unity. Lastly, we hope to understand public perceptions, like how today's social views the role and relevance of Chinese education in Malaysia.
Now I'm going to explain about the research methodology. For our research, we use a Google form survey to collect data. We share the form with student, teacher and members of the public who are familiar with Chinese education. We receive a total 14 response and our question focus on topics like culture, values and leadership and unity. After collecting the response, we look for similar pattern or common answer, and that's how we analyze the data. This method helps us understand what people really think about Chinese education in Malaysia. From our survey, we found that most people believe in Chinese education help preserve Chinese culture and language. They also say Chinese school teach strong value like discipline, hard work and respect. Many respondents agree that Chinese education help build leadership skill and promote unity in multicultural society. Overall, the public still see Chinese education as an important and useful even today. And this is the chart for the question 1. Have you ever studied in a Chinese school? Color school? For the first question, we wanted to know if our respondent had personal experience with Chinese vernacular school. About 36% say yes, meaning they had studied in one, but the majority 57% say no and the 7% say a family member had. This show what that while not everyone has direct experience, some have indirect exposed thought family which can still influence their opinion. The second question is, in your opinion, what was the main role of Chinese school in the past? Here most respondents, 64.3, believe that the main role of Chinese school in the past was the Chinese language and culture. Others say it was to provide basic education or to stranger community unity. This support our research aim, showing that culture preparation was the key reason Chinese schools were established in Malaya. The third question is, how would you rate the contribution of Chinese education to the development of Malaysian society? In this chart, over 57% of respondents say the contribution of the Chinese education to Malaysian society is very significant, while 35.7% say it's somewhat significant. Only 1% saw it as a slightly significant. This means most people appreciate the positive impact of Chinese education, especially in areas like culture, leadership, and academic achievement. This is the fourth question. According to the survey response, the majority of people believe that Chinese schools traditionally emphasize discipline and respect, with 42.9% of participation choosing the value. Sport and physical education was the next most selected at 35.7%. Religion teaching followed at 14.3%, while only 7.1% thought creativity and innovation was a key focus. This showed that traditional Chinese education focused mainly on building character, thought, discipline. For the fifth question, when asked about common culture activities in Chinese school, most respond at 57.1% mentioned lion dance or culture performance. Chinese New Year celebration were also significant, chosen by 28.6%. Meanwhile, calligraphy competition and none of the above were both selected by 7.1% of response. This highlights how culture, performance, and festival play an important role in school life, helping students stay connected to their heritage. The sixth question, regarding the prevalence of Chinese vernacular education, 71.4% of respondents say yes, definitely, showing strong support for keeping it alive for future generation. Another 28.6% agree but feel that some change may be necessary. No one chosen no or not sure, which reflect a shared belief in the importance of preparing Chinese language and culture thought education. The last question is from our survey. Most response show that Chinese education in the past play a strong role in preparing culture and shaping the national education system. It's also had a good impact on building community leadership, while politically awareness was seen as least of the focus. In conclusion, Chinese education has made a big impact in Malaya and continues to do so today. It's helped keep culture and identity alive, supported social change, and developed the future leader. Our findings show that the public still value this education system and it should be appreciated more in our country. We hope this research will encourage others to understand and support multicultural education in Malaysia.